doesn't Tom object to a lot of things?
Yeah, he really didn't like Dead by Daylight, so I had to switch games.
Why? Because he was getting really into it, or was it creeping him out?
It was annoying how into it he was getting. He was spending like the entire show commentating on the game footage, and I was like, "All right, I need to switch games now because
I'll just record my sister and I playing Left 4 Dead, so we'll just be exploding one another
he
between
didn't
hordes of zombies.
he didn't like Spore either. I used Spore last week, and he wasn't a fan of that.
Aw, Spore's great.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's edition of the Petty and Ill-Informed Podcast, where we venture our petty and ill-informed opinions on a variety of topics. Joining me for the first time in what feels like years, Kevin. Welcome back.
Well, the problem is that the Wi-Fi where I was living is crap, and I've got to put in fiber if I want to do this. And well, it doesn't help that you start at 11 o'clock at night either. I'm an old man.
That's true. You were on the same time zone as me for a while there.
Yeah, that's correct. 3 months, and I still couldn't get it. I still couldn't get it done.
Are you home now?
Yeah, I'm in Seattle now.
Okay.
For Christmas.
Well, if you guys ever want to take a trip to Tennessee, you got a place to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you ever want to get shot in the ghetto, fuck, I'm right here, dude.
In the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
Well, it is weird that you have to come back to America and immediately strap up to go out.
Right? You were like, I felt so safe before, and now I could get shot at any moment.
Well, it's I don't know if it's like that, but you get paranoid like that here because if you think everybody's got a gun, then you've got to have a gun. That's the way that goes.
Oh, is that how that goes?
Well, I mean, I wasn't ever afraid in Northern Ireland. I was walking around.
I was.
Huh?
I was.
Why? Because of your English accent?
Yeah, I was desperately trying to hide my English accent, but Nikki said that I did a shit American one, so.
He's the worst.
You probably sounded like you're from Newfoundland or something.
He didn't sound like he was from something made up, is where he sounded like he was from.
Well, you don't really need to cover that up.
Nah, no, the Scottish guy was pretty amused that the English guy was.
Sure, they're all coming over.
Translating to the American people.
They're all coming over to buy property there now. This is the new place. Everybody wants to own property for the weekend.
That's where I want to own property. Wait, Seattle or Northern Ireland?
Northern Ireland.
Yeah, man, it's beautiful there. Everybody was wonderful.
Well, no, it's too expensive in Seattle.
I was about to say, I was talking about, Northern Ireland, like nothing brings me more joy than taking a 3-hour trip for lunch.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I couldn't control the fact that it was raining
that was so fucking good. No, it's become like a big it's
a meme.
Yeah, it's now a meme of our trip. It's like a big inside joke that brings us joy.
Oh, okay. Well,
remember that time we spent 3 hours going to lunch?
Well, we did see some stuff.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. I have a lot. I got some of my best pictures.
Doesn't mean it was bad, Kevin. It's just a meme.
It's just us laughing.
Richard saw something.
A peregrine falcon.
Peregrine falcon. That's it.
It was beautiful. It was flying
Richard
along
saw
the
the Millennial Falcon.
No, a peregrine falcon. Okay.
What does that look like? Like, is it faster than a Millennial Falcon?
I pointed it out to you.
Yeah, and Sam pointed out a bunch of castles to me.
Yeah, well, castles are one thing, but a falcon's a falcon.
Yeah. Peregrine falcons can do the castle run at 14 parsecs or something.
Isn't that a unit of light?
Yeah, it's completely wrong. A parsec is a measurement of distance, not a speed.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's the kind of nerds we are.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely it.
That's disgusting, yo. having knowledge of stuff.
Okay, so Richard,
Yeah.
I bit into a curly whirly
Nice.
and it shattered 5 teeth. 5 teeth. It was, I figure it's the 9,000 pound curly whirly. And it wasn't that great.
A curly whirly.
Yes.
They're like really soft.
Well, that's what I thought.
If you
But
told
then-
me you'd bit into like a Yorkie bar or what's that really hard one? Crunchy bar.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. It just literally. Well, what happened is that one broke, and then it moved around in my mouth, and then the next thing, I still have to get one more taken out because it's a horizontal split. And they said,
Ow.
yeah, no, it's not. It doesn't feel well. But they said that if I had taken it out there, then I wouldn't be able to fly for 10 days or something. So
Probably the pressure in the cavity, I guess, and like the
yeah,
canal.
so Sam just put like a dent, I don't know, like clay over it, and I got one back.
Those fake fillers that you can get from the pharmacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are great. That and the clove oil that comes with it are mwah,
Yeah,
yes.
the clove oil really does seem to make a big difference.
So will taking a bag of tea, like green tea or black tea, you get it nice and saturated with warm water and you stick it up against the tooth and it will draw out any infection.
Yeah. Wow. That's life. That's life, baby. But I'll
curly whirly.
Yeah. I'm not too high to that. I'm not too, but I did talk to the dentist, the person who pulled it out, and she says curly whirly accidents, other than getting beat up, curly whirly accidents actually cause the most damage.
Huh, well,
That's
a thing I know now.
Yeah. So don't bite into a curly whirly. And if you're in Canada and you feel inclined, Nikki, just don't do it.
I don't know if you get curly whirlies in Canada.
Well, you can get the right Mars bar there. You know what I mean? Without all those nuts in it. So
that's true.
Yeah. So that's it. I'm coming back in February, and then that's, we'll see what happens.
Going back to Ireland in February.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So, like I said,
candy bar, Gabby. It's a candy bar.
Yeah. So I have to get everything sorted before I get back, because Northern Ireland's a funny place. If I don't order it now, it won't get done by February.
It was a nice 10 days in Ireland.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you had like 3 months.
Well, if you come back, Richard, you're safe in Grey Abbey. It's no problem.
That couch was comfortable as hell to sleep on. I've never slept on a couch that was that comfortable before.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, like I said, it's a small wee house. It's a little pensioner's wee cottage, and that seems good enough. I don't really anticipate like getting a big place unless you start one of these companies for people to come around. Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Touristy things. But we'll see.
And you were absolutely right to skip the Game of Thrones tour. That would have been too much for Sam.
Well, yeah.
That was too much for me, dude.
Yeah. I don't, I don't like walking 8 miles unless I'm being chased by somebody.
Agreed.
Well, I'm glad you all had a good time and it was all good. But so how's things in the land of Richard's world?
Yeah, not too bad. I've got my driving license sorted out.
Yeah.
Yeah, passed my test, so I've got a full driving license now.
That's good. Have you been watching I'm a Celebrity?
No.
No.
I'd never watch anything with Ant and Dec in.
Why? What do you have against Ant and Dec?
Have you ever seen A Very Geordie Christmas?
No.
That's what I've got against Ant and Deck. I don't think they should have been allowed a career after that. I'm sorry, but I really don't.
Didn't one of them get in trouble for like driving drunk or?
Yeah, driving drunk, one of them, Ant or Deck did. But that doesn't bother me. That's just a standard celebrity thing. You can't be a celebrity unless you're doing something like that. No, but A Very Geordie Christmas was so terrible. I genuinely believe they shouldn't be allowed to have a career anymore.
Yeah, but we did see the resurfacing of Lola on.
Yeah, Lola came back on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Yeah, she's been voted out now. That's a surprise to Sam. She hasn't watched that episode, but there you go. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. But anyway, like I said, she'll be back. She'll have to come back on EastEnders as a long lost.
No. She won't be on EastEnders. She'll go to Holby City. That's the next step after EastEnders is Holby City.
Well, maybe she was working with that one guy from what was that? What was that show he's on? I can't remember now. What's the one with the other one? Hollyoaks. That's what it is.
Yeah, Hollyoaks.
Maybe
She'll go to a different soap. Maybe she'll be done with acting. But
I couldn't believe how tiny she is. She's literally like a wee fairy. She's tiny. I didn't even notice that until then she got onto that program.
Her character wore a lot of heels, didn't Lola? So
yeah.
So probably because she's tiny.
What did you think of EastEnders so far?
Oh man, what a roller coaster it's been these last few months. Back in February, when they set up this whole Christmas murder thing.
Yeah.
If you remember, I said I didn't think they'd be able to keep it going and everyone would have forgotten. Not only have they kept it going, I now don't care which of the men die as long as one of them dies. They have done such heinous things that I'm like, well, one of them's going to die now. I don't even care which one of it. Ideally, I want all of them. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking. They should probably just put them in a room and everybody, because
it's awful. You got Rocky burning down the calf and almost killing Bobby. That was pretty shit. You've got everything Theo's done. I assume he's going to be Stacy's target.
Yeah.
Everything Theo's done. Will he come out of prison? Will he not? I don't know. Ravi and Nish. Finally. You didn't hear my rant. You weren't here for my rant. But finally, after years and years and years, we saw Suki and Eve finally getting together. And then fucking Ravi and Nish put their oar in. And Eve's been banished to Manchester, I guess. Or Spain. It's Spain now, isn't it? It used to be Manchester, but now they go to Spain. And
well, that whole thing frustrated me so bad because they were so ready to go, and then it was like, oh, Stacy's got to go to court. Let's wait around. Do this, do that. Put her on the train to the next stop. It's not like they could find her.
Exactly.
I mean, once you're out of the square, you're out of control. But that's the way. I mean, Eve and Suki, and then Nish seeing her on the camera. It's just too much for him. And and he's got that temper on him, and he killed that other man because he got super jealous. And now, but you know what I thought? I thought Nish was seriously going to go for that other girl that had the baby.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be the how Suki got out.
Yeah.
But now we've just got Eve's been banished. Nobody knows that she was almost killed. Luckily, Ravi didn't actually kill her, but
right,
she's going to come back for Christmas, and it's all going to get sorted, hopefully. But you had that, and then this week, the last 3 weeks, we've had Keanu's storyline. And I've got to be honest, I'm hoping it's him that gets killed after everything he's done.
Yeah, well, I mean, abducting his own kid, then extorting money from Phil.
and then selling out his own mother.
Yeah. And Phil was smart enough to mark the money.
Yeah.
And he's paying him back out of the money that he stole from.
And Phil's like, "Hey, this isn't right."
So
and,
what do you think's going to happen? You think that Phil's? I mean, it seems like everybody's going to get killed.
Yeah, I hope. Like I said, I don't care which one of them dies as long as one of them dies.
Yeah. I know it's been like I said, it's been easy. It's been okay, but I got to tell you, whenever we were staying in London, whenever it first comes in and you see the Millennium Dome, like yeah, that's where we stayed. So we were seriously in the middle of the East End, according to them. But that's south of the river, isn't it? You know what I mean? And then anyway, we went to Camden Lock and all that stuff. Did all the touristy stuff. So that's good. What I'll say about London is it's expensive, but all the museums are free. That's the one thing that's nice about it. You know what I mean?
That's nice.
You can go to the National Maritime Museum where Greenwich Mean Time is, and the British Museum, and that's all free, and the Royal Albert Museum, that was free. So I mean, it is worth it. It is worth it if you can go there, and
I paid $15 to see an empty library.
Not better.
What was that? And the Trinity College?
Yeah, that was Trinity.
Yeah, well, so and I don't even think that's the actual Book of Kells. I think that's a recreation of it.
I think so as well.
I'm not sure, but you go to a lot of places associated with certain old texts and stuff. You actually don't see much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it was such a beautiful country. It really doesn't matter. Like, I want to go again and go to different areas.
Yeah, you gotta experience. I mean, if you're into really old stuff, I was watching this program the other day about, there's 5,000 monoliths in Galway alone. There's just so many things. You can't go anywhere without turning and seeing a monolith or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're into old stuff and fairy stuff and all that stuff, you can see it anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, I had a good time. I got to see the ferry bridge I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Almost killed yourself on it.
I did not. I was fine.
You were not fine. You were making silly decisions.
I was fine. Y'all wusses. I can't help it.
Well,
you killed yourself.
I did not.
You stumbled at least twice. All right, I was watching you.
Well, next time you come to Northern Ireland, we'll take you down the Carrick-a-Reed rope bridge. And that is literally this, if you don't like heights, it's terrible. It's literally like two planks, like on this metal frame. You can see the water directly underneath you.
My sister would hate that, but I would love every minute of it because it would terrify me, and I'm into that stuff.
It is terrifying. It is literally terrifying, but
I love that.
And that's the thing. And as far as that, in Ireland, they really go for health and safety on some places, and then on other places, it's just like
who knows?
Yeah,
maybe I'll live.
You're on your own.
We'll figure it out.
It's like kissing the Blarney Stone, and this old guy holds you, and you gotta tilt back, and you've got two wee bars to hold on to, and this guy, I mean, like literally weighs 100 pounds. I don't know how he's gonna stop you from falling. You know what I mean? I mean, worst case scenario, he comes with you and then lands on top of you and then breaks the rest of your bones.
Well, just ensuring that you die so you can't sue him, right?
Yeah, that's it. Well, you'd land on your neck, so that would pretty much do the job at that point in time. Which I think is the way to go.
I didn't know that it was such a thing to kiss the Blarney Stone. What?
Yeah.
Is it like suspended in the air?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
you've got to go upside down and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, I fucking
it's
love that.
yeah, it's underneath, this wee thing, and then you have to go. You have to bend all the way back and kiss it. But they say that if you kiss somebody that's kissed the Blarney Stone, then it's the same effect.
Really?
Yeah,
You're
but
sorted
What they
then, Nikki.
say.
so there you go, Nikki. But I haven't kissed it, but I sat on it, so you can kiss my arse if you want.
I knew that was on its way.
That was coming. That was coming. You knew it
I
was.
knew- Yeah, I wasn't gonna use the term coming though.
Yeah.
I was gonna leave that one to itself.
All right, Nikki, what's been happening in your world?
Nothing, just working. Just lots of working. Though I will be going to Nashville in February for a concert, and then I believe Daytona in May for another concert.
Oh,
Well, a rock fest.
what concert are you going to see?
We are going to go see the Deftones in February, and then there is a rock concert with everybody you could possibly imagine in Daytona. It's Slipknot, Limp Bizkit, Korn, Godsmack, like you name them. Flyleaf with Lacey instead of the girl that they replaced Lacey with.
Mhm.
Just
Well,
like all of the rockers you could imagine are there for
Yeah.
4 days, and it's like $300 a ticket.
Right. Well, I had tickets to go to Madness, and we couldn't go because I busted my teeth out. And I was really upset about that because I've seen the pictures of it, and it looks out of this world as far as the stage goes. And so that's that. But I do have tickets to see Roisin Murphy, if you know who that is, in February.
I do not.
She
What
is
kind
yeah, look her up. She's good. She's
okay.
really
What kind of music?
well. It's kind of electronica, but kind of mixed with she's our age. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
let's see. I can't remember what song she had. It was like "Bring It Back." It was like a song that she sang that was kind of famous. But anyway, and but she like dresses up in like these super fashion outfits whenever she's doing her show, and it's kind of like a cross between like high fashion, um, like runway and her singing the songs. So
Gotcha.
it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, but I actually love that. But it was funny whenever I came back because it seems like everybody that I like is going to be in Seattle when I'm gone.
Nice.
So
That's-
Adam Ant, Echo and the Bunny Man.
I love Adamant.
Yeah,
I love Echo and the Bunny Man.
yeah.
Yeah, they're too.
Well, Adam Ant, he had a severe mental issue, and I had to work it out. I don't know whether he's bipolar or something. He had severe mental issue, and it's good to see him back. It's good.
Yeah. I love Adamant. Yeah, we went looking for Limp Bizkit or Corn tickets and found this rock fest, and we were like, this is everyone that we love all together.
Yeah.
We must go.
You must go. You must go.
Yep, just gotta make sure I don't get caught up in a mosh pit or something.
Yeah.
I think you'd do all right in a mosh pit.
Oh yeah, because rockers know if someone falls, you pick them up. That's it. I used to do mosh pits every morning at school. We used to get in trouble so much because we would have like 40 of us moshing before school started.
But it can be scary because I've been in a situation where it's like one exit out of the thing and you get into a crush,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah. I fell down during a Godsmack mosh pit. Like the mosh pit had expanded out to where I was. It wasn't like I was near the mosh pit or actively enjoying it. It just happened to expand out to where I was, and I got knocked down. That shit's terrifying.
Yeah, it is. I will say that one of the best concerts I ever went to, and it doesn't seem like me at all, but it was John Cougar Mellencamp, and that was. But whenever it was over, it really literally just went into like this funnel of people where you could only get like three abreast out,
Yeah.
and it was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. But anyway, so Richard, have you been fishing lately?
Me? No, it's the wrong time of year around here.
Well, you could always cast it out and see if you catch anything.
Yeah, I could try. Mullet, I guess, at this time of year.
Yeah. Well, actually, it was funny because when we left, I think it was actually warmer than it is here in Seattle. It's been rainy and everything here, but that's fine. That's fine. So what else? What else have you done lately?
Well, I've become a music connoisseur.
Oh yes.
Yes. I had this Michael Jackson song stuck in my head for a while, and took me a while to get to the bottom of what it was. But it turned out it was "Remember the Time" by Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Remember the time when we fell in love?
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, that's an earworm. It's going to be stuck back in. So how did you get it out of your head?
Well, the thing about "Remember the Time" by Michael Jackson, a Michael Jackson song, is that you just have to listen to it, and it comes out of your head.
Yeah, over and over again.
Yeah.
I will have to say that I am more impressed by the music and Christmas ads in Britain than I am here. You know.
Oh yeah, we go crazy over here on Christmas. BBC is just total Christmas at the moment.
Yeah, but I mean, like the songs in it. You have OMD. How bizarre in one, and then you've got like who Van Halen song, and in another one, it's like Panama or something. That's some good music, man. You know what I mean? And the fact that they're playing all the songs from whenever I was a kid is interesting. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I do love this time of year. Got all the decorations up. Everyone else does as well. The street looks all Christmassy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good that everybody has it up. But it was funny. I was making a comment the other day about Black Friday, and it's like, okay, there's no Thanksgiving in Britain. So how do you know when Black Friday? It just seems like every Friday was Black Friday. So I guess that was all right. That was all right. Did you have a nice Black Friday? Nikki, did you buy anything special?
No, I don't participate in that kind of BS. I did buy a projector screen, like a 150-inch projector screen for $20 on Digital Monday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that the one you put outside and like you blow it up with a?
Well, no, I have the projector already in my bedroom, which is 150 inches, and I finally just now got the screen for it.
Mm.
So, because it has just been hanging out on my bedroom wall.
Right.
So yeah.
So is that you think that's better? It shows it up better, and
I will never ever buy another TV ever again.
Yeah.
It definitely does help with the quality and being able to see it, like if there's light or whatever. But yeah, I was just fine with it being on my wall too.
Yeah, it's interesting. Sam did the same thing. She was projecting it on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were watching like Coronation Street in Emmerdale and EastEnders on the ceiling. I always looked at it. I said, "Are you buying that so you have something to watch if I try to make the moves on you?" You know.
I was just thinking I should definitely get that for Nikki because she spent a lot of time on her back.
Wow.
That hurts me.
I do sleep a lot.
Yeah, but that's not what it sounded like. That's it.
Oh, I meant that because she spends a lot of time sleeping.
Oh
I
yeah.
sleep so much.
She's half cat, you know.
I
Her
am
mum
half
had an
cat.
affair with a tomcat.
Well, I
It's
have to say that
it's a
sister,
real thing with doctors and everything.
yeah, your sister was brave. Your sister was so brave when she was driving around. Yeah,
Oh, you have no idea when we went to Donegal County. Oh my gosh, we ended up going off on a service road up into like a big old hill. I guess you guys might
We went
call it
the
a
wrong
mountain.
way, basically.
Yeah.
We got
It was
lost.
hysterical. She was freaking out. I would have made them both freak out because I would have taken that little road a lot faster.
Yeah. Well,
I
that's
gotta say, here's the really crazy thing. I gotta say, Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, some of the roads were terrible, but it was still better than the Lake District.
yeah. Well, and what I'll say is in England, because I was watching all them programs, police interceptor forces and all that. You never see that now. You never get stopped for anything in Ireland at all. You can go as fast as you want. It's like Formula One, and
I mean, it did get confusing when you crossed from the Republic to Northern and Northern to the Republic, and it went from kilometers to miles.
yeah, that's desperate. You know what I mean? And when we rented our car, they rented a car to us that was from the Republic, so we didn't even. Yeah, we were just guesstimating.
That's how
Um,
we were.
yeah, and so it was just like one of those things where. But my cousin said, "What are they going to do? Pull you over? They're not going to pull you over."
Just go relatively like this, just like in America. Follow the speed of traffic. You should be
Yeah,
fine.
but that road,
Follow what's in your heart.
right? That road from Newton Arts to Grey Abbey is, your sister did really, really well on that. But I was like I said, I was impressed by that. She did a great job.
The 3 hour round trip.
Well, that wasn't so bad. You got to see you got to see where
We
the
got to
tree,
see Finn McCool's.
yeah, and where the trees come over the road like that. Not the official one, but I'm telling you, the better one. They say that the dark hedges, it's so actually cut out now that you actually don't get the effect of it. Back in the day, it was literally like a tree tunnel, and it was so small. Whenever you went through, you had to take one car at a time through there, and it was just literally like this thing that was on it. But now it's like cut it all down and all this other stuff, and the way that they have the fields on both sides, it's really eroded. I don't think they're going to last very much longer, to be honest with you. But anyway, we'll see.
Anyway,
So, what was your favorite thing about Northern Ireland or Ireland in general? Fish and chips, there, fish and.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, Nikki.
I just loved all of it. Like I liked being able to climb stuff and go on little hiking adventures and stuff. Like I had a great time. I'm all about exploring and
Yeah.
seeing stuff and climbing and doing
Well,
things that I shouldn't do at my age or
yeah. Well,
physical capacity.
did that Kokoda Mall help whenever you took it?
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah.
did.
It really does make a difference in it. When I split my tooth, I was like, oh, I just went down to the pharmacist and said, I just need this. I mean, can you imagine? I went into the dentist the other day and they saw that it was split horizontally straight down, in the vertical.
And they were like, here's some Tylenol
Yeah, take
and
some
an
Tylenol.
antibiotic.
Take some Tylenol. You bastards.
Yeah, I hate America. I mean, I love America.
There's some annoying things about it, and I noticed that it's getting very expensive here. I don't know why that is, but anyway, it just seems to be that way. I don't know.
Yeah,
Russians.
Russians.
You think so, Richard? Are they
Can't
taking?
blame those sneaky Ivans.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You got to decide. You got to decide what to do before El Mussolini comes. El Duce gets elected next year.
El Duce. Oh God.
Well, yeah, but I mean, and what I'll say is that I watched the news, like, because I was watching the ITV news, and at the start of the news they basically tell you everything, and then they go into the longer thing. But the idea that he said, I'm going to be a dictator from day one.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell's that?
Bulls, Kevin.
Huh?
Bulls, Kevin. That's what that is.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
get away with anything if you're brazen enough about it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That was, and then everybody says, oh, he's just kidding. He's just kidding.
Is he though?
He's wearing Hitler's costume.
I mean, yeah. And we have another, issue coming up in China with all their people getting sick. I'm wondering how long until it's over here.
Oh, yeah. New coronavirus for 2024.
Oh, no. It's basically.
Yeah.
Do we get a plague for each election year? That would be cool.
Apparently, yeah, that's how it
can
goes.
Can we get like some murder beetles this time instead of hornets?
Murder beetles, I love it.
Highly Africanized, aggressive beetles. Infected with RSV.
Armored, even, because they do have those armored stink bugs. Could you imagine?
Armored murder beetles.
Did you guys
armored murder stink bugs?
Did you guys cover the fact that Paris was loaded up with bed bugs?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did that go away now? Because they were.
I don't think it went away. I think people just stopped caring.
Yeah, you can't just throw a whole country away. You guys have tried a bajillion times.
Yeah, if we could ever throw any country away, it would be France.
But they were loading. They just threw out mattresses into the street. They were just throwing out mattresses into the street. But the thing about bed bugs is, and I will say this because I've had bed bugs before.
Yeah, I've had.
They're evil.
They're awful.
You cannot. It's almost like you can't kill them. It's like,
no, you've got to proper fumigate your house, like proper fumigate it to get rid of them.
Yeah.
I think I would just get rid of everything and start anew. Honestly, I would just be like, screw everything.
That's what we did. We had to throw away everything, and we got an exterminator in, and we had to start again from we didn't even have a couch for a while.
Yep, that's how Bree and Jay were when they had theirs. They had to get rid of everything. Beds, couches, all the things.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Sleeping on the floor for months and months and months.
Listen, I had someone come in and they had a bed bug that was so big that we easily spotted it on the throwaway sheets, and we had to fumigate that whole room.
Yeah, burn it. Kill the patient.
Basically.
Burn the place down. Burn your clothes down. Just don't risk it. They are awful.
We were all freaking the hell out. And it happens to us quite frequently because, you
can't sleep because they're biting you all night.
Yeah.
You can feel them all over your legs. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
But
that guy's a cunt. All right.
Yeah, but see, a lot of these guys don't know. We have people that come in with festering wounds, with maggots and gnats all over their, wounds, and it doesn't matter how.
That's fine. Obviously. I'll take that.
No, but what I'm saying is these people don't know. I've literally went to take someone's blood pressure and a roach ran back into their jacket.
Oh.
I'd rather have roaches than bed bugs. I'd rather have anything than bed bugs.
I agree with that.
I'd rather have the doll from Child's Play running around my house than bed bugs, okay?
So it was like the scene from Men in Black whenever they first go in. when Edgar is like got the cockroaches running out of his
Yeah.
that's disgusting. But isn't it true that some people use maggots to clean out the dead
Oh
skin?
yeah, maggots are used medically. So are leeches
They should
sometimes.
be. They
Yeah.
have their place.
Yeah, they absolutely do. Maggots and leeches are both used in the medical field, just like cocaine is and ketamine is. And, you know, just yeah, that shit's real. We use
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah,
I mean, maggots will definitely take care of any kind of dead skin that you might have so that it can clean it up.
yeah. Well, I mean that that's the
Hold on a
thing.
minute. Gabby just sent me a picture. So it's going to be pertinent to someone. All right, Georgia man found dead in bedbug infested jail cell, died of severe neglect. Independent autopsy. I wouldn't say that's dying from bedbug bites, Gabby. I'd say that's severe neglect.
It's probably dying from something that happened due to the bed bug bites, like maybe them scratching their skin and it getting infected
Yeah,
and it turning into sepsis. Like with my skin, with the lichen simplex chronicus that I have, they tell me to put like a cap or two full of bleach in my water just to keep me from getting, you know,
seriously?
yeah, bath water.
Oh, in your bath? I
No, I'm
mean,
not drinking. I'm not drinking bleach. That's not what this is. No, in my bath water, they have me take bleach baths.
yeah. Well, you
Um,
you you can use bleach to clean up water, but you got to make sure it's very very small amount,
yeah.
a
Yeah.
very
Oh yeah.
small amount. Yeah,
Like a cap full or two. I have a massive garden tub. It is definitely diluted, but yes, they have me do that because it can easily get infected. So if he wasn't being cleaned, wasn't taking showers, or even if he was, but he was constantly scratching, who knows what he has underneath his nails? He could have gotten sepsis and died
well,
from a complication due to
well,
bed bugs. There you go.
it seems to me like in jail, if you don't look after yourself, that's it. They don't care. You know what I mean? I mean, my experience in being in jail is that if I would have died, nobody would have cared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was it. And I had to advocate for my own health, but that was one of those things. But I mean, I could see. I actually felt like I was going to die, so that was just the thing. But anyway, it's not a place to be. You don't want to go there if you can avoid it.
Yeah, I don't plan on going to jail anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would not recommend. It was not a fun time.
Yeah, here I am, a farm fresh, innocent girl, just surrounded by convicts.
Oh, they would have liked you.
I don't think Kevin's ever been to jail.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I have.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I've been to jail. I've been to jail in America. I've never been to jail in Britain, but I have been to jail in America. I mean, so I did not like it. I did not like it. And the thing about it is that in Britain, you spend a night in the cells and then they put you on like a remand or something and tell you to come back. Here it's like if you don't got any money, that's it. You're staying in there. I don't like that so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to America.
Well, it's just
Well, the prison system is just how we get away with slavery, legal slavery.
I
well,
thought that was college football.
No, that's what the prison system's for. Like they're constantly trying to change it, but then you've got the prison system, all the politicians going, "We can't afford that. If we start paying these guys a living wage or any better wage than 50 cents an hour, everything will tumble," which is what they said during actual slavery as well. We can't afford to let go of them. So,
yeah.
we just incarcerate
But
black
look,
people.
look, 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 look. Obviously, look, slavery's awful. Okay.
It is, but we have
it's the
legal
worst.
slavery now.
It's the worst. But, look at the pyramids. It gets shit done. All right. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but you know what, Richard? What I find interesting about that is, if you talk to a lot of Egyptologists and things like that, they say that the amount of slaves that were actually used on that was not as heavy as we think it was, and that that you would have to be somewhat of a craftsman to
Oh
to
yeah.
to lay that in the thing, and so the idea is that these people like spent like 3 months of time there, and then they went home. It's how whenever you were in a fiefdom, you basically you were obligated to put three months of military service in if they asked you to, you know, and that it's a similar thing. It's a similar thing. But I think that most of us think of slavery because it's in the Bible, and then they say that's the way it was. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's true or not, but there's very, very kind of interesting, you know, debate about it. Let's put it that way. Debate about it. But then they say that there's a big void in the top of the pyramid that nobody's ever been to. So I don't know. That might have all the answers in it, buddy.
All the answers.
Yeah, to the world.
Just like there's just a book up there in the top of the pyramid that says all the answers.
All the answers.
That's right.
You open it and it
That's
says 42.
Yes. And then you have to build another pyramid to interpret what 42 means. Well, maybe that's it, right? Maybe that actually is true. That's 42, and then the world is the next computer system that'll figure out what 42 means. But how could you solve all the world's problems, or that's an interesting concept to me. Like it would be in a number that would answer everything would be in a number. I don't know. Why are we talking about this?
I don't know.
I don't know. We just ended up here as we often do.
Any new movies that you've seen that are good? Oh, hey, Richard, have you been watching that 007 thing on Prime?
No.
Can you get that here, Nikki? Do you have Prime?
I do have Prime.
Can you get that 007 show that they've got? And it's like if you win, if you make it to the end, everybody gets £1 million or something like that.
It's called 007.
Yeah,
that was Squid Games.
Well, no, they did Squid Games too. They had Squid Games too, but then they have this other show. It's like 007, and it's based on, like supposedly,
It's a reality show.
It's a reality show, yeah, and you go to different locations that James Bond was filmed at and stuff.
Road to $1 million.
Yeah.
Aww.
So this one couple got totally screwed, and they ended up in the middle of Wales or something. And then this other group, this pair, they ended up in freaking Venice, and it's just like, can you imagine? Hey, where you been? Oh, I went to Wales, and then the other guy in Venice. I think the other people got shortchanged, but it's the guy from what's that show? What's that?
Brian Cox.
Brian Cox.
Yeah. I'm saying it. Yeah. I'm gonna have to check that out. I just finished Squid Games, the reality show. I know someone that was in it, number 456. That was really good. If you haven't watched it, it was very good.
I like the little blood packs that they pop on you, and then you don't.
Isn't that great?
Yeah,
I mean, you just fall the fuck over. It's great. Oh, so you've seen it. So the person that we know is number 456. He lost his during the cookie challenge, and right before he gets shot, he goes, I hope y'all win it, and then gets shot in the chest and then just falls over.
Yeah, I saw. You know what was funny is when you're looking at it, and that was the man and his mom, and they
Richard hasn't watched it yet,
oh
so be careful.
yeah, it's like on Gogglebox, which is my new favorite show.
No, Kevin, no.
What the heck is Gogglebox?
It's the worst thing ever created by mankind. It's awful. Why, Kevin?
I really some of the things they say are so
It's so stupid. I can't believe I hate it so much.
I hate it so much.
When they were
Right.
making fun,
All right, Nikki, I'm going to tell you. Does the idea of watching a bunch of people watch TV shows without being able to watch the TV shows sound entertaining to you?
well, they did come up with some cracker lines.
Wait, do you get to you just are watching them? You're not seeing what they're
you're just
to?
watching them. You don't get to see what they're responding to. You're just watching them.
Well, no, they do show some of it. They do show some of it. Like, okay, so like this week,
you show some of it, y'all.
Yeah, well, this week they were talking about that show. That's the worst show ever. I mean, you think
Gogglebox. That is the worst show ever made.
No,
I hate it.
This other
it's
show,
like reaction fucking YouTube channels, but on the TV. It's lazy and boring.
What?
All right. Well, this program called Murder Boat Cruises or something like that. Have you seen that one?
I have not.
Where this guy's an ex-detective and all of a sudden he becomes like a line singer on a boat. So every episode he solves this crime, and then at the end they do the singing bit. It's so like somebody said, I love this show because it's so shite. Which I think is what a lot of our listeners would say.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that's fair. that's actually a fair point. But yeah, no, we're not Gogglebox, okay?
No.
We're not Gogglebox. We'll never be Gogglebox.
So Gogglebox is trying to be like a Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Sort of, yeah, sort of.
Or a Talk Soup, or an E-Soup, or just the Soup, or a Tosh.0, or a Beavis Butthead.
No. Not a Beavis and Butthead, no.
No, new Beavis and Butthead. Most of it is them reacting to internet shit, and it's fucking hilarious.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing about it. What I like about it is, I mean, British humor sometimes is so dry and funny. I just love it. You know what I mean? Like, like Richard's funny like that. Like you can't ever tell if he's being serious sometimes.
I can generally tell.
Well, yeah, him very well, but from the casual observer point, you don't know whether he's being serious or he's.
That's true. He's gotten in a lot of trouble for saying some shit just to say some shit, and he doesn't really mean it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He can
so
roast.
I feel like you were hinting at something there, Nikki.
No,
you just said, even though he said it. Are you saying that I shouldn't say stuff anymore?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that sometimes you say things just to stir the pot. It doesn't necessarily mean that you mean it or you really believe that way. Sometimes you say shit just to see what someone responds with.
Yeah. I have to say,
do you really feel that way about me?
No, I'm just sometimes, Richard. Sometimes you throw the grenade in the middle of the room.
No, Nikki, do you really feel that way about me?
What, that you sometimes say shit just to stir the pot?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, I'm sorry that I gave you that impression.
No, whatever. You know better. Like, how often do you just take the piss out of me?
Babe, I'll never take the piss. I'm always complimenting you.
You take the piss out of me all the time.
Babe, I tell you how perfect and amazing you are.
No. You spent like 10 minutes before the show even started laughing at me. Like,
baby,
big belly
I was laughing with you.
snorting. No.
I was laughing with you. I'm sorry that I've given you the impression that I'm that kind of person. I care tremendously
You know,
about you.
Richard, what I find was funny is that we both were like that, and then to some extent, and then it's and then Tom's like a straight lacer, and he doesn't really he
Yeah,
doesn't
Tom's a brilliant straight man. Like,
you
you
know
couldn't ask for a better straight man
You
than
really
Tom.
couldn't, because he doesn't even get when I'm being snarky with him.
yeah.
Because you say something and he's like, are you being serious? And I'm like, no, I'm not being serious. I don't actually want people to throw away France. I mean, not like 100%.
Okay. So so he goes and gets like these DVDs that he calls it the CEX shop or whatever. So I went to the one in Northern Ireland and I said, brother, what is the actual name of the shop? He says, no, it's sex. It's a sex. It's a sex. He goes, it's not very easy whenever you put on your CV that you work at a sex shop. But he was that is the official name of it, is CEX, spells sex. So there you go. That is the true name of it, and I wanted to find out simply because Tom calls it something else, and his modesty was intriguing, whenever it came to that.
Indeed. Well, that's a good place to wrap it up. We've reached the end of our hour. We will return next week, despite the hopes of many. It's good night for me, and it's good night from them. Good night, everyone.
Good night.